Hi, you guys. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for tuning back in, or welcome if you're new here. So, I just wanted to come on here and do a reading for the full moon in Pisces that we have coming up. It's just been a very intense time. It's been a very interesting time that I feel there's been a lot of deep transformations going on. I know that I've been going through a lot of transformations within myself, and I feel like the full moon has a lot to do with it. It feels like this one feels a little bit more intense for me. So I don't know if maybe some of you are also feeling that way. But yeah, there's just kind of a feeling of like an inner kind of cleanse, like an inner cleanse going on. So yeah, I just wanted to do a reading and let's just see what comes up here. So just take what resonates. As always, just take what fits with you. And let's see what we need to know about this full moon in Pisces. So Spirit, please tune me in to the energies for the full moon in Pisces at this time. So what do we need to know about this full moon? What energies are coming through for us? So I'm just going to kind of go with this one intuitively and just see what comes through. So let's see, what is the overall kind of energy of this full moon? We have nourishment. Okay, this beautiful flower here, nourishment. So it is a time to nourish the self. It's a time to nourish, and that does make a lot of sense too. It feels like like I said, it's a very introspective time. I think that there's a need to kind of go within to sort of cleanse the self or to cleanse the soul. So if you do feel like you need to take some more time to just nourish yourself, take some time to whatever you need to do, eat healthier or take a day off or take an evening to take a bath. There's just a feeling of kind of nourishing the soul and nourishing the self right now. And I think that that is an important thing here. Tell us a little bit more about nourishment. We have speak up. I did see this card too earlier when I was shuffling. Speak up. We have do all things in moderation at the bottom. Let's get one more here. We have be true to yourself. That is here. Be true to yourself. So yeah, I feel like it is, maybe some of you though during this full moon, maybe there is something that you need to voice. Maybe there is something that you need to speak up about. And I think that it all comes down to being true to yourself. It comes down to this nourishment and being able to kind of take this time to do what feels right for you, do what feels best for you. Some of you, this is in regards to maybe a specific situation that you have to be upfront with somebody, or you have to kind of just speak your mind. That's also what's coming through here. What is this speak up and nourishment here with this full moon? We have accept disappointments gracefully. So for some, there may be a disappointment here. Maybe there's a feeling of having to kind of understand that some things maybe are not going to go the way that we want them to. Or maybe sometimes, accept what is dying. So maybe this is about just having to, let go. I mean, like a nourishment here. It's like a flower or a plant that has wilted or has wilted. We have to sort of find a way to replenish that plant and to replenish that flower so that we can blossom again. So I think that there may be something that, let's find out what this is about, this disappointment. But there's something that has been disappointing. And I think this could be it could be something that happened actually like in your environment recently. But I also kind of feel like it could be something more on a deeper level than that. Maybe there's a feeling of something that you have been wanting to say for a while, or something you've been even wanting to say to yourself for a while, that you've been wanting to kind of talk to yourself about almost, or to I'm hearing worry. So maybe some of you have been worrying too much and there's been a lot of restlessness or worry. And I think that it's like kind of about having to accept that maybe again something is over, or maybe something is not what we thought it was going to be, or and I think that's where nourishment comes in, because instead of trying to keep watering a flower or a plant that can't be salvaged, it's like more so having to instead go into a different direction almost, so I think that there's a lot of focus on self-care. Let's see, tell us a little bit more about nourishment for the overall theme of this full moon. We have the Daughter of Fire in reverse, which is the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, maybe some of you are missing when it comes to the spark in your life, or maybe there's something, the page can be about speaking as well. So there may be something that you feel, because this card to me just gives me this very creative kind of, it's almost like this person is giving their intentions or their creations to the universe. So I think that there's a desire here for you, or a need for you to speak up to yourself or to bring something to fruition in your life. What are we being our true self about? What are we nourishing? The Five of Cups. So we have loss. So here we have accept disappointments, and we also have the Five of Cups. So there's a clear message about that coming up. Yeah, it's like whatever has been spilt out already or disappointing, something would not be true to you if you were to continue it. I don't know if that's something that you are still putting your energy into. It's almost like it's taking away your fire, or it's taking away this opportunity of the Page of Wands. So that could be anything. It could be, for this is an example, but maybe you want to do something in your life that you feel, I think I said this for the last reading too, but maybe you want to start something new, or you want to kind of bring color and vitality into your life. Maybe you want to, I don't know, start painting here or sell your paintings. But then there's something around you that kind of doesn't allow you to, or has brought you disappointment. And it's like you have to sort of light your own fire and not focus on what the loss has been, if that makes sense. It's sort of like cutting your losses, I guess. And at this point, speaking up for yourself, whatever that means for you, or speaking even to the universe, or setting these new intentions that are more true and aligned to you. Tell us a little bit more about this. Be true to you for the full moon. So yeah, so Six of Wands reversed, victory in reverse. See, there's something here that's not being nourished appropriately, so it's like there's a potential to maybe keep this flower growing, and it's like if we don't tend to it enough, here we have this just flew out, Nine of Swords and the Life Force, which in this deck is Justice. Yeah, I don't know what it is you're speaking up about, but justice here is definitely this feeling of bringing it into the open, being able to stand up for yourself, or being able to take charge of the situation. The Nine of Swords here is this feeling of something sort of causing anxiety or pressing on us. making us feel that we can't speak our truth, or we can't speak our mind, or whatever has happened that caused a disappointment is making us feel inferior almost, or that we are having a hard time allowing that situation or that thing to continue to grow and blossom. And this is someone who is sacrificing their own self somehow for either something else, or just sacrificing, maybe even self-sabotage. That's what I'm getting here. How are we going to be feeling with this full moon? What kind of feelings are coming up other than the Five of Cups, disappointments that could, and the full moon is obviously a great time for cleansing and releasing. So I feel like with the accept disappointments and the Five of Cups, one thing that could come up is sadness, is maybe loss for some of you, and it's important to release that, because those situations are not aligned to you anymore, whatever they are. And that's part of what this full moon is bringing about. It wants to bring through more vitality, life force, victory. It feels very empowered. It feels very brave, having the courage to move into those directions. So how are we going to be feeling on this full moon? Or what kinds of emotions or things are coming up? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So some of you, this is about your money, your finances, or maybe even family or your career. Some of you could feel like you are not where you want to be financially, maybe, or this is, again, where maybe there's been a sacrifice happening here to where you haven't been maybe able to nourish the things that you want, because this would be this abundant type of wealth, you know, the Ten of Pentacles. And I think that it's not, once again, maybe being nourished for some reason. So how you may be feeling is, some of you might feel that you are not, again, kind of either aligned to where you want to be with your career or your long-term goals or visions, or what you're doing in your career maybe is not where you want to be, or yeah, I just said that, where you want to be or aligned to you. How are we going to be feeling with this full moon? We have the Ten of Wands in reverse. So two tens in reverse. Yeah, it's like having to release some type of oppression here, it says, or releasing this burden. And that's exactly why the theme is the nourishment, because without nourishment, without life force, without energy being given into something, again, it's not going to grow, or it hasn't been tended to, it's been ignored, or something like that. So there's almost like a fear maybe, or a disappointment that hasn't been let go of or addressed. And I think this full moon kind of will help to bring it to the surface, so that it doesn't, yeah. Let's see, I just lost my train of thought. What is the, so how are we going to be feeling on this full moon? What energies are coming up that we're going to be feeling or faced with? The Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles, security. Let's see. How are we going to be feeling with this full moon? What energies are coming up? We have safe travel. best possible decision. We have organization. And here we have victory at the bottom. So I think what is, again, happening here is that many of you are going to be going through a time where what's coming up here is that we are more, purpose, planning, efficiency. That's where this nourishment is, and this need to kind of tend to the garden or tend to our projects or things that are more tangible. I think this is more about the material world for many of you. And this is what you're going to be feeling, maybe, is that you have to make a decision, or you have to, at least if it's not like a decision between this or that, it's more of like making a decision to, again, accept disappointments, accept what is a loss, and get out of maybe a feeling of being in the headspace or feeling anxious about things, and releasing what is not going to nourish our future any longer. And that's where this life force comes in as well, to kind of bring courage to your new kind of path with organization. So I think many of you could feel like this is an opportunity for you to definitely release. I'm getting to like exercise almost, because with the 10 of Wands reversed, it feels like there's stagnant energy that is kind of needing to be released and replaced with this very vital kind of fresh, oxygen rich type of energy. And that's where this Page of Wands also was wilted, the victory, the Page of Wands and the 6 of Wands reversed. So again, kind of going back to the beginning of it, I think that the main theme is to nourish what you love, nourish yourself, nourish your physical body, and nourish kind of what you really feel aligned to in your heart. Nourish what really you want to kind of pursue, but also nourish the force that gives it to you, if that makes sense. So that could be some of you giving up maybe on something, or feeling like you're giving up on a situation, or you feel that it's not working, something like that is what I'm getting here. So I think with the 9 of Swords, it's just a matter of releasing those kind of thoughts that can get in our way and make us feel like a victim even, because and for some it could be actually that you need to speak your truth about something. And this may be where this full moon could help to illuminate some things that have been disappointments for you, or maybe even someone who's going to approach you to want to have a conversation with you, to sort of renew the life force and release that energy that was almost sucking it out with the Page of Wands reversed. Okay. Some of you could be traveling, but sometimes this card comes up to just indicate that there's movement. It says, keep me safe and let me roam, far away, but bring me home. Now let's see what you are releasing specifically, or what can we surrender? What can we surrender during this full moon? What can we surrender? Live life to the fullest. Yes, it's whatever has been taking away from living your life to the fullest. That's really what this is with the justice, with the well, I don't really see it as justice. I see it more as like life force in this. Well, I mean, either way, it's like whatever's been taking away from you living your life to the fullest. That's what you are surrendering. Whatever's been dimming that flame, whatever's been putting water on your flame, You know, if you've been sulking for some of you and disappointments of the past, if there's been overthinking and kind of replaying things too much, then that's something that I feel will need to be addressed, because with the organization, we can't, it's like there's too much scattered kind of energy. So if we want to live our life to the fullest, if we want to do that goal that we have, then decisions and sacrifices may need to be made. What are we surrendering with this full moon? Grieve your losses. So I don't know, maybe some of you have lost something. I mean, there's two things about loss here, and disappointment. So there's just whatever's been lost. I feel like it's important to surrender that, to give yourself time to let it go, to grieve it. But also there's a strong message coming through about not letting that taint your future, not letting that kind of take you off of your path. Okay, so I think that that's the most important thing to know here. What are we surrendering? I really feel like it's more of just like a self thing, though. I mean, it could be something that some of you have lost something, but I think it's more of like a self-fulfilling prophecy almost. We have say no. So what you're surrendering is maybe, what is this, Spirit? What are we saying no to? Maybe having to say no to certain things. Trust the divine plan. So like I said a few times, you know, whatever has been taking away from that nourishment, whatever's been, it's like, whatever's been making the supplies or the resources dry, you know, whatever that is, whether it's your own mental space, whether it's pain of the past, or if it's something around you that is keeping you from almost like your organized plan. Like, I just feel like there's a need to say no. I'm getting also, it's okay to say no. If you have to say no to certain things, it's okay to say no. It's okay to cancel that out of your life if you have to, because that's what being true to you is all about. And that's what I think is the most important thing for you to know. So trust in the divine plan right now. What are we surrendering? Ace of Wands reverse. Again, not living our life to the fullest or having something blocking that. What are we surrendering? The Chariot reversed. Spiritual Warrior in reverse. We have the Queen of Cups and the Four of Cups. Okay, so there's that nourishment. I mean, that is definitely nourishment here. This is nourishing with water. I don't see the Four of Cups really as abundance, but I do see with the Queen of Cups here, this is about allowing the flow of the water, allowing the flow of abundance. So what to surrender has a lot to do with the same message here. Allowing disappointments, again, Four of Cups can be disappointments, or allowing what is stale to be removed, to say no to what is no longer fulfilling us. So if something isn't fulfilling you, if something is not making you feel that you are in the path of your heart or in the path of just true emotional fulfillment, it's okay to say no to it. It's okay to set boundaries, even with yourself. I'm getting, you know, maybe it's that you want to eat healthier or something. It's so, you know, it's like Spirit saying that not to be hard on yourself, but to nourish what can actually grow. So what are we surrendering here? What are we surrendering? Trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love, I trust. My faith endures. We have trust twice here. Trust in the divine plan. So what is to be surrendered is a lack of trust. A lack of trust in yourself. A lack of trust in the divine plan. Not feeling safe here. I think there's this feeling of lack mindset with the Four of Cups, or feeling like, you know, again, we don't have enough. Maybe some of you don't feel that you're safe enough, or you don't feel loved enough, or you don't feel nurtured enough. And I think this is due to maybe some of you having to walk away from things and having to kind of just say that you've done all you can do. Because the Queen of Cups is very true to herself. And the Queen of Cups is saying that right now, that's what's the most important thing, is to be very true to your own emotions. And not just your emotions, but your spiritual body, your spiritual health, because that's what the Queen of Cups also is too. I feel many of you with this full moon in Pisces, since it's a water sign, you may be tapping deeper into your intuition right now, tapping deeper into your deeper intuition and your kind of connection to the greater, to the universe, like trusting in you rather than trusting only in what you see outside of you, feeling safe in that. What are we surrendering? Inspiration. So whatever's not allowing inspiration, like you can see these cups of water, these jugs of water are not moving. So whatever's not, because we have Four of Pentacles too, whatever's not bringing inspiration, I feel. I'm also getting too, some of you are going to be led towards inspiration that comes through your intuition, maybe even through the dreams, and you have to let that take you, you know, because like, so I don't know if some of you are afraid to do something right now, or you're afraid to trust in the plan, you're afraid to trust in your intuition. But I think that when you kind of just move from your intuition at all times, it really doesn't lead you astray. And I think some of you maybe were kind of in a place where you felt that you had to do it all on your own or something like that. And I think, yeah, just trust in the plan, okay? So before we go, I'm going to get a quick, so we're going to do a quick pick a card reading, just a very short one here. But let's just take these up. And let's see here. So 3 different groups. What do you need to hear right now? And what do you need to know specifically about the full moon? So I'm just going to choose 3 of these flowers, actually. Okay, so group one, what do you need to know about this full moon in Pisces? We have Tiger Lily, wealth. Group 2, what do you need to know about this full moon in Pisces? We have strong boundaries here. Cleander, is it? I can't really read that writing. And group number 3, what do you need to know about this full moon in Pisces? We have truth. Okay, so just choose whichever one you feel drawn to. Let's just get a quick message here. So for group 1, if you chose group 1, What do you need to know about this full moon? So group 1. Become a clear channel. We also have rejuvenate at the bottom. So you may need to take some time here to rejuvenate yourself. Take some time to, let yourself to rest, let yourself rejuvenate, because I think that what's happening is that you're becoming more of a clear channel. Maybe if some of you do connect with spirit and kind of channel through spirit, that could also be what you're channeling. But it's also, there's something about the wealth here of your life. Maybe, being able to create more abundance and more wealth, which you need to right now make sure that you're rejuvenating yourself, because I think this will help you to become more clear in your mind and become more clear in general. So pile 1, what do you need to hear with this full moon? I don't know why I'm seeing a surgeon here, so I don't know if somebody is a surgeon or if you've had surgery recently. We have the Hermit. Yes, so take time right now to rejuvenate. Take time on your own. Definitely a strong message of that here. Lots of soul searching for you. We also have the 2 of Swords, inner peace, and we have the 8 of Swords reversed. So yeah, there's something blocking here for you, group number 1, something blocking your channel, which could be your gifts, your spiritual channel, or just thinking clearly in general. There's a need for you to find inner peace right now. There's a need for you to really find time to be in quiet. I think with the 8 of Swords, there's a lot of mental kind of activity maybe that causes you to feel that you're being interfered. There's interference here in your mental space. So you need to find inner peace. Let's get one more for you. So this full moon would be a really great time to just spend the evening, or spend this time on your own. Spend some time meditating, spend some time doing maybe some cleansing as well. Crown chakra, third eye chakra as well. So group number 1, anything else you need to know about the full moon? Best possible decision. So we already had that for the collective reading. So you may actually be in a place where you have to make a decision with the 2 of Swords. You have to make a decision about something, about your health too. So like I said, maybe some of you have surgery, or if not, there's just a need for you to focus on your emotional, mental, spiritual health right now, and make decisions that are going to help to serve your health first and foremost, I'm getting. And I think this will be where that will kind of lead you to the best decision with what's going to help your health. Okay. So let's go to group number 2 then. So strong boundaries. Group number 2, what do you need to hear about this full moon? Group number 2. We have focus on success. Raise your vibration, okay? Bust out of your cocoon at the bottom. So you are needing to focus on success right now. Anything that can help you to raise your vibration, anything that can help you to kind of get in that flow state, or get in that feeling where you are. And I think since we have strong boundaries, it maybe is important for you also to be clear about your boundaries as well. What is kind of lowering your vibration, and what is making you feel more successful? So I think that's going to be an important thing for you as well right now. So Also to maybe do something different or to bust out of your cocoon, try something new. This can also help you to break up any stagnant energy, which is what we had to before in the reading. So anything that can raise your vibration, anything that can help you to focus on the positive, staying optimistic right now in your life. So group number 2, what do you need to hear about the full moon in Pisces? Ooh, we have 7 of Cups, excess. So some of you, actually, what I'm getting is that you could need to purge some excess energy, or your energy is very much ungrounded or scattered, or there's too many options going on for you. There's too many things, and so that's where boundaries comes in. Having to have more clear boundaries on what is helping you be successful. And this can be distractions with things around you. It can be inner thoughts. It can be things that just drain you emotionally, because I'm looking at the bottom, we have the King of Wands. So take charge. This is a very empowered energy, taking charge, focus on success, bust out of your cocoon. Right now would be a great time for you to do something that's going to make you feel that you're taking the lead, taking charge. And some of you, if you're trying to be more successful right now, or trying to accumulate more money, or whatever you're doing, you could actually be keeping yourself from this full abundance because of some distractions or excess energies that are leaking kind of into your life, into your energy. Group number 2, what else do you need to know about this full moon? We have the Devil in reverse. Yeah, there's definitely something here for you that you are doing, or that you are, that you have around you, or that you're doing that is not of a high vibration, or someone around you who's of a lower vibration, or maybe you're just very sensitive. The 4 of Wands reverse. It's causing difficulty for you to reach your goals and your accomplishments. So really ask yourself what you need to release from your life right now. This would be a great time for you to do like a burning bowl ritual, or to definitely cleansing for you as well, or dancing, or something to kind of like shake up your energy. And also releasing any negative habits or things that you know that you're holding on to. Is there anything else for group 2 that they need to know about the full moon in Pisces? Strength. So yeah, this is kind of like boundaries too. Being strong, having endurance, having stamina at this time to focus on success and focus on your future vision. So again, whatever it is that's causing disruption for you, or I should say causing like just things to kind of affect you, then call forth protection. I'm also getting, you may want to call forth protection from your spiritual team as you raise your vibration to become more successful. Okay, so let's go to group number 3. Okay, so for anybody who chose group number 3, what do you need to know about the full moon in Pisces? We have truth here. What do you need to know about the full moon in Pisces for group number 3? Be decisive. Reflect on your truth. At the bottom, we have make no judgments. I'm getting a lot of heart chakra here with the colors, the green and the pink. So for you, I feel we have truth and reflect on your truth. So it's obviously a time for you to reflect on a truth that you have. maybe even involving some other people, or we have choose friends wisely. So for you, I feel like it's about your external environment for a lot of you, or maybe coming to terms or coming to truth with people around you in your life and how they've affected you. So I think also be decisive, be more decisive about the things you allow, kind of similar to group number one or group number two. Be more decisive about the things that you allow in your life and in your energy. It's also about having compassion for people who have maybe hurt you, or having compassion also for yourself at this time. So any type of energy around your heart chakra, or cleansing of your heart, or releasing. Let's see, group number 3. What do you need to know about this full moon in Pisces? Group number 3. The Ace of Pentacles reversed, and the Four of Pentacles flew out here. Yeah, I think that with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, let's see. What else for group number 3? What do you need to know about this full moon in Pisces? Balance. And what is blocking the Ace of Pentacles? Why is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse? The Sun of Water, which is the Page, I think, of Cups, or is it the Knight of Cups? I think it's the Knight of Cups, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Knight of Cups. Sometimes they switch the Sun and for some reason, and we have the Two of Cups at the bottom. So I think for you, this has a lot to do with you coming into balance with your truth, with yourself. But I also feel like this could be about connections again around you, with the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups here. This one's kind of interesting because I feel like this is more about you having to balance something within yourself. It's not so much about, like, it is about the external, but it's also about having to kind of just sort of sit in that balanced state, make no judgments, and sit in like a very peaceful state within yourself, which is only going to come from your inner truth. It's not going to come from anywhere else. There's maybe an opportunity coming in for you that you have to make a decision about a connection, about love. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's like they want you to be very sort of fiery and confident right now and standing in your own truth and power. And I feel like this will only come from you knowing what your truth is. Let's see, is there anything else that pile 3 needs to know about this full moon? Yes, true love come to me. So there is love here for you. Wow, we have destiny. I actually feel like you are on your way to attracting true love into your life. You could actually have an offer coming in. And I do feel like you're attracting this. So if you've been doing any type of like rituals or manifestations around attracting a love connection, I think this is what you're attracting. The energy is coming in for you. It's just that I feel something might be having to balance a little bit more before that comes in for you. And I don't know why. So are you attracting love? What is this true love? Come to me. The Daughter of Water, which is the Page of Cups, and the Devil with the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this one's quite confusing. I feel like you are... Yeah, I don't know. You have to come to this truth on your own. Ace of Swords reversed. Maybe you have someone around you currently, or you're in a relationship, or you have to like ask yourself if this is what you want, or if what you're attracting is what you want. There's just a lot of like inner truths that you're having to come to when it comes to your own heart space, especially. And maybe what type of love maybe you want, or who you can trust in love, and maybe having to make decisions, Seven of Pentacles reversed, on what is, again, kind of going to bring you balanced type of connections and love. Because there could be a little bit of maybe codependency here, or something that just isn't maybe aligned to you, or isn't balanced somehow in your love life. Okay, so I hope that this helped you. I'm going to leave it here. And thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful full moon. And take care. Lots of love.